Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking AEW Fight Forever as we have some brand new gameplay that shows off some new entrances and victory footage, as well as full match gameplay that highlights several new features including some unique wrestler skills. So let's jump straight into this and take a look at the new gameplay footage, which comes courtesy of the latest episode of the All Elite Arcade, where Evil Uno was joined by Orange Cassidy to showcase some one-on-one matches. The first match to be showcased was a match for the AEW Women's Championship that seen Hikaru Shida taking on Thunder Rosa, with this footage giving us our first look at the entrances for both stars, with the footage showing Shida enter with a kendo stick, while Thunder Rosa could be seen entering as the AEW Women's Champion. Based on the footage shown, the gameplay looks to be a lot smoother than when it was last shown off, though there were still occasional moves that didn't quite connect, yet for the most part the gameplay looks to be really fluid with some great back and forth action. Shown off as part of the footage, we got to see some new signatures and finishes, starting with Hikaru Shida as the gameplay showed off the animation for the Falcon Arrow 3 and Fireman's Carry Backbreaker. Shedding some light on how signatures and finishes work, Evil Uno showed off Shida's moveset, and he went on to explain that once players enter a signature state, which is shown on their spirit meter, then they can choose to perform different moves by pressing a specific direction on the D-pad, as pressing down will perform the Fireman's Carry Backbreaker, while pressing up will perform the Falcon Arrow. Alongside the ability to perform a signature move, players can also switch to a special state, which will allow them to perform a finisher. To do this, you'll have to perform a taunt while the spirit meter shows signature, as this will switch you over to a special state where you'll then be able to perform a finisher. Showing off Shida's finishes, the move list shows that she has two finishing moves assigned, as she has the Tamashi no in slot 1 and the Katana in slot 2. As for how to perform them, finishes are performed by moving the right analog stick, though unlike signatures which had a specific direction assigned, both of Shida's finishes show them being performed moving the right stick up or down, though there's no way to tell which move you'll perform as both these moves are performed from the same position. The first attempt at a finisher actually seen the move miss, which led to Thunder Rosa getting back to her feet, though by doing this confirmed that Shida had around 15 seconds to perform her finisher before the meter then returned to normal. This window though can be extended or shortened depending on a character's stats, as Jericho for example has 20 seconds to perform his finisher, which is 5 seconds more than Shida. Another new confirmation came at the conclusion of the match, as after pinning Rosa, the victory scene showed Shida celebrating with the AEW Women's Championship, giving us a first look at a championship victory scene and confirmation of the ability to defend championships in exhibition. Switching over to the second match, we got the reveal of Orange Cassidy's entrance, with a nameplate including the fact that he likes to do things sometimes. Also shown off, we have the entrance for Jungle Boy, with this being the second time that we've seen his entrance, as we initially got a preview of it early into the game's development when his model was first revealed. The nameplate for Jungle Boy includes an error that shows that he's currently on a 0-match winning streak, but I'd imagine that that's something that'll get patched in the future, hopefully before release. Moving on to the gameplay, this match showed off quite a lot of stuff, as it gave us a good look at some of the strike combos, as well as the reversals, and then there were also several moments where a grapple was attempted, but rather than going straight into a reversal move, instead we seen a counter animation that seen the other player lead into a grapple, where they were then free to perform any grapple move rather than always seeing the same reversal. Another cool thing I noticed was when playing against the computer, rather than perform a running move by running straight at you, instead they'll actually run over and rebound off the ropes first, and in doing so they actually get a rebound attack buff to help fill up their meter. Taking a look at some of the special moves for Orange Cassidy, he went straight into a special state rather than perform a signature, with the footage then showing him perform the Orange Punch. Now initially I presumed that this was his finisher, however if I slow the footage down, one thing that I noticed is that he can still perform signature moves while in a special state, as you can see the signature prompt appear before the move is performed. Right after the move, Cassidy can be seen picking up Jungle Boy and going into a lockup, with this then seeing the finisher signature prompt appear, confirming that players will be able to perform multiple special moves while the special meter is active, just as he could in No Mercy. As the footage continues, we get a look at Cassidy's main finisher, which is the Beach Break, along with several replays, though the best reveal came after this in the form of the Sloth Style skill, which is a unique skill for Orange Cassidy. By enabling this skill, this seen Cassidy place his hands in his pockets, which he then followed up with this unique pinfall. If you watched the video that I did covering the achievement list, then this is actually one of the achievements, as the Sloth Style achievement requires you to perform the skill and then pin your opponent with your hands in your pockets. Following the pinfall, we got a quick look at Cassidy's victory motion, which included an option to take control by pressing in the right thumbstick, though it's currently unknown if this will allow you to regain control of the player and continue to issue a beatdown, or if this sees you control something in the victory motion, similar to how players can control their entrance. Speaking of controlling your entrance, that was something that was shown off next, as the next match seen Dr. Britt Baker go up against Chris Jericho, where Evil Uno showed off some of the ways that players can interact during an entrance, as players can press buttons to continuously set off pyro, as well as changing the camera angle, which allow you to view the entrance from a different angle. Jumping ahead in the match, we see Britt Baker go up to the top rope for a diving attack, only for Jericho to catch her in mid-air, with this then leading to an anti-air defense skill appearing, which again, going back to the achievement list, was one of the wrestler skills that were confirmed. So in order to catch your opponent, it looks like you will need to have this skill assigned, so it might not be possible with everyone. Also shown off in this match was more of the damage system, as targeting a certain body part will lead to limb damage, which is followed up by a damage buff, and then the wrestler selling the damage to that specific part. Another skill confirmed was the bailout skill, which allows a player to roll out the ring to avoid a pinfall, as following Britt's signature, we see Jericho quickly roll over to the ropes and then go to the outside. Taking a look at Britt's special moves, Evil Uno showed off her move list, which confirmed the Sling Blade and the Fisherman Neckbreaker as signature moves, with two versions of the Lockjaw and the Curb Stomp as a finisher. After showing off the moveset, we did get a look at the Sling Blade in action, though due to the connection, the footage of the move was pretty laggy. This was also the case when showing off Jericho's specials, though we did get a look at the Walls of Jericho, which he has as a front standing signature, with this then leading to a submission attempt where you have to quickly press all of the face buttons to escape. When attempting his finisher, we actually seen Britt reverse the move, causing Jericho to lose his special, with Evil Uno then going on to confirm some of the reversal buttons, where he noted that grapples are reversed using the left bumper and strikes reversed using the right bumper, so not only will you have to time your reversal, but you'll also have to guess correctly on which move that your opponent's going to use and then which button to press. Showing off some of the ringside physics that were recently teased in the release date trailer, one section of the match sees Jericho perform an outside dive that sends Britt crashing into the guardrail, with this then causing it to almost fall over before bouncing back up. After returning to the ring, we get some footage of Jericho's main finishing move, the Judas effect, which leads to Jericho picking up the victory and this new celebration. Moving on to the final match, we have Orange Cassidy going up against MJF, with this match taking place for the AEW World Championship, and because of that, you can hear ring announcer Justin Roberts announcing this match while it loads. Moving into the entrances, we get another look at Orange Cassidy's entrance, where you can see that the nameplate's been updated with a different fact, as each wrestler has several facts that appear at random. Switching over to MJF's entrance, we have some more examples of the ability to change the camera angle and set off pyro, with this footage also confirming MJF as the default world champion. Jumping into gameplay, this match shows off some really good examples of the Sloth Style skill, as we see Cassidy use this early on in the match, where it confirms that he'll be able to move around with his hands in his pockets and attempt various moves, though he will return to his regular state upon a reversal. Also confirmed from the gameplay was the ability to perform a low bridge when on the apron, though you will have to time it right to be successful. Going to the outside, the footage also showed off more of the interactions around the ring area, as striking an opponent can send them crashing into the ring apron, while Irish whipping them to the barricade will cause the guardrail to shake before setting you up for a move against it. Showing off more of Orange Cassidy's special moves, we got a look at this top rope DDT, which you can actually perform both in-ring and to the outside. Also shown off was another look at the beach break, which also includes an option for a pin combo. As for MJF, his special moves include this headlock takedown, which is one of his signature moves, with this move also coming with the option of a pin combo, which will see him hook the leg. Another special seen him use this armbar, which led to a rope break, though the AI did pull him into the middle of the ring after the move, where it was able to secure a pinfall. Taking a look at the victory scene, it does look to be the same one that was used for Hikaru Shida, so it'll be interesting to see if we have additional motions available when customizing movesets. One other confirmation to come out of the footage was the inclusion of match ratings, as the end of each victory seen a rating screen appear, with this rating the player on their remaining health, the match time and the amount of moves they performed, with this then offering up a match evaluation score and an overall star rating. Going back to some of the earlier footage, one other observation that I wanted to point out was the referee, as I really like the way that Aubrey walks around but stays focused on the action, as the motions look really natural and don't have her running and jumping out of the way like we see in 2K, as should the wrestlers get too close, then the referee will begin to go invisible and allow you to pass through them. So that's a full rundown and breakdown of the new gameplay. I was pretty impressed with what was shown, as the gameplay looks a lot smoother than it did last time, with a lot of nice sequences in there, so I think this is going to be a pretty fun one to pick up and play. Yes, there's a few moves that didn't quite connect, and little bits of roughness here and there, but overall I think there's a lot of good stuff being shown, and credit to AEW for showing it off in full, as it gives players a much better idea of what they can expect. So that's my thoughts on the game. Let me know what you make of it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.